your feet. And if you have the strength, make your way up to stand. Bring the arms up overhead. Look up to your thumbs. And exhale, press the air down with your palms. Your legs are together. Your shoulders are open. Breathe, inhale, palms up. And fold all the way down over your legs as you exhale. Take a halfway lift, hands to the floor or to your shins. Step your right leg back into a high lunge this time. Breathe your arms overhead. Bending your left knee, pressing out through your right heel. And then open your elbows and lift your heart up to the sky like a tree flowing in the breeze. Try not to crunch your neck. Imagine you're lifting your heart space up rather than your chin. Hands release down to the earth. And then you're twisting towards your left knee. Raise your left arm up to the sky. Easy twist. Breathe, inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together, turn your heart. Exhaling here, pressing out through your back heel. Hugging your left knee in. Hands to the earth. Step your left leg back. Slowly lower all the way to the earth. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale to come down. Curl your toes under, press back to a downward facing dog. Raise your left leg up to the sky, inhale. Step it forwards as you exhale. Raising the arms up to the sky, inhale. Same as before, gently bend your elbows and like a tree in the breeze, lift your heart up to the sky. Your legs are strong. Back leg is anchoring you. Breathe, inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, release the hands down with control. Raise your left arm up to the sky, easy twist. Take a breath, inhale. Exhaling. Release the hand down to the earth. Step back to downward facing dog. Raise the right leg up to the sky. Let's step it forwards in between your hands. High lunge, same as before. Find your balance, raise your arms up, take a breath, inhale. Your left leg is strong and long behind you. Your right leg is bent and the weight is across all four corners of your feet. As you open your elbows, open your heart towards the sky. Take a deep, nourishing breath in all the way. Exhale, release your hands down either side of your front foot. Raise your right arm up to the sky. Easy twist. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and turn your heart a little bit further. Your left leg is long. Breathe into your back lungs. Body, mind and breath. Body, mind and breath. As you flow down to the earth, maybe come into an upward facing dog if that's where you practice, or stay in the little cobras that we just did before. In up dog, your knees are off the floor. We press back to a down dog. Take a breath, inhale, right leg raises. Step it forwards for the second time into a high lunge. Arms reach overhead. And again, we open the elbows. Now, don't worry too much about a back bend. Just open your elbows out. And again, we twist towards the right knee. Raise the right arm up to the sky. Left leg is behind you. Right knee hugging in. Easy twist. And this time we're going to step the legs forwards. Take a halfway lift. We fold into the legs again. And this time bend both knees and roll your spine all the way up to stand. Hands to your heart center. As you step, feet wide and parallel. Turn your left toes out. You can't see here, they're on the bottom. Right toes in. So left toes turn out, right toes turn in. And your top arm, your left arm, is going to reach behind you and then reach over your left leg. Notice my hips. I want you to drop your left hip bone down, kind of like a gunslinger as you lean over the leg. You can see the angle of my hips here. Then let the left hand flow to your left shin, ankle, wherever it gets. Right arm to the sky. So the center of the pose is the pelvis. I've readjusted my feet here. I've got no mat. So draw the left thigh muscle up into the bone, firm the thigh. Your toes are spread. Your kneecaps are lifted, thighs are firm, and your left hip is dropped down lower than your right to allow your spine to be long. Gently raise that left arm up, get a little bit more space through the left waist. Bend your left knee, arms outstretched, warrior two. You may want to step a little bit wider to get a parallel left thigh here. Look over your left palm. Open through your groins, your inner thighs. Ground your feet. Super important. Let's take a reverse warrior. Left arm reaches overhead. Breathe in. As you exhale, rest your left elbow on your left thigh. Right arm reaches overhead. Pajvakonasana. Beautiful pose. Now think about length from your right foot to your right hand. See if you can increase that space. Belly drawn in. Let the breath funnel up to your ribs, your back lungs. Good. Press into the left foot to slowly come up. Turn your feet parallel. This time we pick up your right toes. Turn your left toes in. So our hips still face forwards. Now I'm going to drop the right hip down, reach over the right leg. And then take a little reverse, a little stretch. And again, drop your right hip, really firm your right thigh, reach the spine. Inhale, bring the arm overhead. And again, drop your right hip, reach the spine long so there's space in your right waist. Let the hand just release down to the leg wherever it gets. Left arm to the sky. Spread your toes. Lift your kneecaps, firm your thighs, lengthen from crown of the head to tail. Let the energy flow through your entire body, everywhere. Body, mind, and breath. Body, mind, and breath. Breathe. Bend your right knee. Let's take a little reverse warrior here. Get space into that right side. Keep the right knee bent. And Virabhadrasana, two arms outstretched. Deep bend in that right leg, but press out through your left foot. Your left foot is your anchor that's going to open your inner thighs and your groins. Look past your right fingers. Let's reach the body over that right leg. Rest the elbow lightly on the thigh and bring your left arm overhead. Get space from left foot to left palm. Breathe as you ground the outer edges of your feet. Lengthen through the waist. Keep your belly engaged. Pelvic floor slightly lifted. A strong Mula Bandha. And take your hands to your hips. And all we're going to do is take an inhale. And as you breathe out, a gentle forward fold down your legs as you heel toe the feet all the way in. And make your own way down to a little squat. Now your toes may be open, your heels may be lifted. Doesn't matter, it's just a little palate refresher before we come down to the floor. So your right knee is going to just cross over your left leg and we're going to take a little twist to the right. So left elbow outside right knee. I like to turn my chest manually with the fingers sometimes. Lift to the front of the sit bones. As you breathe in, you lengthen the spine. As you exhale, again, that T-towel ringing out. The deepest part of your twist is right at the end of your exhale. The column of your spine is growing as you breathe in. The column of your spine is twisting as you exhale. As you breathe in, come through the center, and just take a little decompress, twisting the spine the other way. And as you turn forwards, bring the soles of the feet together. Hold around the toe edge of the foot. Take an inhale, breathe in, lengthen spine. And exhale, round your spine towards your toes. Give yourself a little moment. See how it feels. Let your spine round here. If you want to go further, lift your elbows outside your thighs and draw your forehead down towards your toes. Breathe. Try not to press the knees down here. It's always tempting to pulse the knees. Don't pulse the knees. Allow the body to open. Allow it. This time we're going to take the left leg over the right. Your bottom leg can always be extended. And this time, as we lengthen the spine, right elbow outside left thigh. So you're turning towards the leg, always turning towards the leg. Unless you're pregnant, then you turn away from the leg to allow space for your baby. Again, I'm going to breathe in and just give my chest a little turn. Now both sit bones are ground into the earth. And it's the upper body that's twisting away from your hips. What we're doing is we're limiting the blood supply to our certain internal organs here, so that when we release it, fresh oxygenated blood rushes into the organs and we get refreshed. This is how yoga works on a physical level in our body. Just one part of the yoga practice. Long, slow breaths as you lift the column of your spine. And gently come through the center. Take a little decompress. As you lie down onto the earth, bend both knees, bring your feet to the floor. We're going to lift our hips up, take them a little bit to your left and put them down. Hug the knees in. And then either allow one leg or both legs to roll to your right side. A little look at my spine here. Your left arm is outreached. And we come through the center. Lift your hips, place them down in the center. Lift them up, take them a little bit to the right. And bring the right knee over, The reason we change the angle of the hips is so that when the leg is crossed, we have a long, lengthened, straight spine from our head to our tail. We want to take care of our spine here. Slowly release. Use your hands to bring you up to a seated pose. Cross your legs, sit on your support. And just like we did in the beginning, we're going to roll to the back of our sit bones. Breathe in, roll to the front. A little bit faster this time. Exhale. And inhale, open your heart forwards. Use your hands on your knees to move your spine backwards and forwards, like it's elastic, from one way to the other. Now hold the chest forwards and breathe into the heart. If you're ever feeling down or things are just too much for you, holding that pose with your heart pressed forwards is a lovely way to brighten your skies. Until we find ourselves in a seated pose to breathe. And we breathe. We rest. We look with the light of our awareness to see how we feel now. Honor the teacher inside yourself as we close the practice down. I like to take my hands behind me and open the front of my body, especially if it's a morning practice to rejuvenate. Fill the lungs as I breathe in and exhale, curl my spine in. Breathe in, fill the lungs to the top. Breathe in what serves you. Let go of what doesn't serve you today, each day. Last breath, breathe in. And let the breath out. And namaste.